Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on BeamNG Drive with a mini tournament with some wacky racing, as you can tell by the vehicles that are currently lined up on the grid. This is a 1v1 knockout tournament, and we are doing, it's kind of like a Monster Jam-esque race. I can't think of a better name for it at the moment, but the idea is simple. Vehicles, starting here, where someone says the first to hit the oh yeah, the world's most dangerous toilet is currently parked between these two rocks. But the vehicles will start off at that line. They will run down their respective sides, over the rocks, down the other side, through a mud pit, and then there's some jump obstacles down here. You will then handbrake turn around the post, run down this, which some of these vehicles are running well over 1,500 horsepower, so they're very quick. And then handbrake, turn around, and that is the finish line. It's 2 laps in the heat. It'll gradually get more as we go through this event. The vehicles are mad. The mud pit is very deep, so your vehicles have got to be seriously capable to be able to do this. The Cherry is quite quick, surprisingly good. The 200BX is great through the mud, but has terrible turning circle for the hairpins, which we see a lot from these vehicles, as everything is revved up and ready to go. Good start from the Chariot there. Rusky's a little braver over the rocks on this first lap, although... Oh, never mind. Rusky's front flipped it in the mud. Rusky has front flipped and is over. Now, you are allowed to node grabber it and try and right the vehicles. And you can't ever give up with this one. This track is super dangerous. We've already seen a front flip in the mud. Amy's vehicle is notorious for front flipping in the heavy braking zones. It's around the hairpin. But it's a proper rally car sounding chariot, this one, as it bounces over there. Rusky has got out of the mud pit, is in reverse, which is honestly quite impressive. Amy will get around the hairpin. It is unfortunate that the first race, that 200BX has gone for a falling over as we head up towards the finish line. Amy is going for some showboating there with the Chariot, with the Endo, and it is around the corner. A lot of understeer, and it's around the corner. The Chariot is victorious. It will claim the win. Unlucky for Rusky, just bounced awkwardly in the mud, and yeah, when you get in trouble like that, it's very difficult to recover. And we will send the cars. Amy progresses to the next round. Rusky still has a chance. There is a spanner final where Rusky might be able to make it through. I am in the second of the heats. I've got the Track Fab Brawler with 1,650 horsepower. We are a Conan Seg. We're a 1-to-1 power to weight ratio. This thing is an absolute monster. It's very quick, but it is wild and often out of control. Brazen has actually got quite a sensible roamer, so this is a much less powerful vehicle. This will finish without any massively spectacular crashes, in theory. I will be very fast, but I've got to tame. This thing's so powerful, it torques the whole chassis when it launches. It's utter madness. I've done a little bit of tweaking with the suspension in an attempt to calm it down. I mean, my goal here is just not to flip. I do struggle a little bit with the cornering as well. With this, it's a bit awkward to drive through the hairpins. It doesn't really like getting turned. We will go into the mud, try and power out the other side. We are ahead of Brazen. I mean, at the moment, my goal here really is to just take it a bit easy. Don't do anything stupid that's going to flip me. I know I struggle with the hairpins. Now, my trick down here is actually a little bit of a Scandinavian flick. We're almost left to go right into this one. We're struggling. Brazen's full Scandi flick over there. That was a massively sideways roamer. Now, Brazen might just send it over the jumps. I'm being a little careful. I can hit that jump harder than that. I can jump further than that. I can definitely jump further than that. But because I've got a lead, I am just taking it a little bit easy, because the last thing I want to do is actually flip my vehicle. Brazen is out of the mud over the other side. Now we've got to get this corner right here. Oh, we have overshot a smidge. We are through, and it's victory for the Brawler. Brazen full send. We didn't make a mistake. Brazen will cross the line in second. It's into the spanner final. It was a close race. That was a little bit more of a... We had a decent start, so it was a little bit of a safety run for me. We can then go and do madness with the donuts. Yeah, we can beat Brazen, and if I go put it in second and boot it, woo, it's a breakdancing car. And righted. Oh, I love this thing. It's mad. We are through to the next round. Brazen is into the spanners. So far, so good for the Brawler. we move on to our third heat. Shadow is going to be driving the Rock Racer, and Ollie has one of the maddest contraptions we are going to see today. This is a Moonhawk with many horsepower, wider wheels. Honestly, if this thing somehow makes it 2 laps, I will be very, very impressed. It does drive, it's just very difficult to get it working. I think it's Shadow's to lose, but I mean, anything can happen around here. It's very easy to fall over. Shadow, and that Rock Racer, much like mine, has issues with turning. You see it torquing and twisting itself off the line as we head up to the rocks for the first time. Now, Ollie's will be very good through the mud, I would expect. And it is indeed through there, but it is out of control over the pipes. It's still bouncing around something horrible. Shadow is at the hairpin, but really struggling to turn. Shadow's found a ditch. No, you're not supposed to go over there, Shadow. That's way that's out very wide indeed. Got it back together again as we blast down towards the turning at the end of the lap. Shadow really struggling to get that. Ollie's chucked it through there. And Ollie's car is shaking and bouncing. Shadow's got big understeer through all of that. We head up towards the rock climb for the second time around. Shadow actually smacks the nose of that on the floor. It's through the mud pit. Oh, Ollie's fallen over. As perhaps not the biggest shock in the world, the Moonhawk has gone for a tumble, and I think it might have broken. It may have lost a drive shaft or something. It doesn't seem to be moving anymore. It was actually keeping up quite well. It was close. It was right there. Shadow's just got to make this corner. Yeah, really slow it down. Might as well. Yep. Drive shaft is gone on that flip, and it is across the line. Shadow, who celebrates with a bigger roll of their own. And self-right. Oh, no. That's just dancing at that point. Can we self-right? Come on, Rock Racer, you can do this. No, I think it might be turtled. Nope. It's up. Hey, bonus points for sticking the landing. Now, the Moonhawk, considering how dumb that is. Oh, something happened. But considering how dumb that is, it did surprisingly well to get that far. But, yeah, just bounced off the rocks and is into the Spanner final. We are on to the final of our heats. We have got Impega with the trophy truck, but this has been made all-wheel drive. It has a lot of power as well. It kind of rivals mine in terms of power. We have Speed Beast with D-Series, with Julie's at the rear, which is not a if it's got the traction, not a terrible idea. You get a little bit more stability going on there. Genuinely not sure which way this is going to go. I think Impega's vehicle is very fast, but it's will it be controllable? And that's one of the big things that we're going to see. We've seen a lot already so far. Just will the vehicles be controllable enough? The countdown is started. We're expecting the trophy truck to launch itself into the lead. It does. Almost wheelie off the line. Over the rocks we go. Oh, Impega's got very twisted through that and into the mud pit. Still talking and twisting. That try is awesome to watch go. It's around the hairpin. Spectacularly for that. Speed Beast is really struggling to turn around these corners. That's probably the downside for that vehicle. Impega's going to chuck it. Oh, a bit of understeer for that. But boot it and save it has worked. It's still talking and twisting. Speed Beast hit the wall. Speed Beast has lost a wheel. Impega's missed the jump completely and is going to... Speed Beast is going to wish they'd be a little bit more careful there because Impega almost fell off the course and hit the barrier. Speed Beast tried to send it and his front flipped through the mud pit. It's spectacular, nevertheless. Impega, big slide. Speed Beast is out. I was trying to make up time. Might have had a little chance with Impega having made an error off the jump. But, that's it's across the line. It's a bit unconventional, but it's across the line. It doesn't look easy to drive that thing at all, but it is mighty fast as it clonks the floor and is in the mud. Yeah, you want some momentum going through the mud. Speed Beast, has got it recovered. It's 3 wheels. Pega tried with the murder and miss. It's got 3 wheels. It's very, very broken. I don't know. So damage doesn't always perfectly sync because I don't know if that rear wheel is actually wobbling that much. That whole rear axle is wobbling that much. But, understeer. We've seen it from a couple of vehicles. Is going to be the downfall. And Speed Beast is across the line with that. So, there we go. Impega moves on to the next round. Speed Beast heads to the Spanner final. We head on to the Spanner final. Now, the winner from this will progress. They will go through. We've got Brazen in the Sensible Roma. We've got Rusky in the 200BX whatever the hell you want to call it. It's a D-series wearing some 200BX body parts, essentially. So Speedbeast and Ruskies are actually very similar in terms of their kind of chassis, but a little bit different, certainly in terms of tyres and power maybe similar engines, but yeah. And then we've got Ollies, that I'm going to call the paddle boat because I can't think of a better word for it, to be honest. It's going to be manic. The Spanner Final is a 3-lap race, so you've got to survive for another lap. It's no good leading at the end of 2 and then having a breakdown or making a mistake. As we've seen, this is super tough to control these vehicles around this course. It's a good jump from everything, actually. Ollies falls a little bit behind. Rusky is up and into the lead, and it's done a front flip immediately. Rusky's fallen over there. He can node grab it, but that's not what... Rusky just cannot have any luck with that thing. My dog knocked a controller off the table. That's what the clonk was, if you heard that in the background. Into the hairpins we go. Speedbeast was in the lead, and Speedbeast is faster in a straight line, but it really struggles getting through these corners. Brazen, well, we know Brazen's just going to chuck it sideways through here to try and make it. They've both got some understeer. Try not to run into each other. End of first lap. It's close between Speedbeast and Brazen. Ollie's fallen back a little bit, but not too much. There's still time. Now, Speedbeast, on my screen, it looks like Speedbeast might have shed a tyre, but we know damage doesn't perfectly sync with stuff like that, so Speedbeast might be okay. Around the hairpins we go. Brazen is making up time. Ollie's is bounced and flipped. It looks like it's going to be between Brazen and Speedbeast here. It's whether can Brazen make up enough time in the corners to make up for Speedbeast's straight line. Speed is a little bit wide for Brazen there. One more lap to go here. Speedbeast sends it a bit more over the jump than Brazen does. Through the mud pit we go. Both quite nicely done. Through there again, Speedbeast has the power. Brazen is sensible over the pipes into the hairpin. We head. It's very close as they break the line. Speedbeast is wide actually and has struggled through there. Ollie's got back going again in there. Now it's just who can get around this corner and break the line first. It's gonna be, I don't even know. That's so close. That is unbelievably close between the pair of them. I might have to go back and have a look at the footage, because I'm not sure at this particular juncture. They were both right there. They were both across the line. That is a hell of a race. Well done to both of them. Speedbeast did a hell of a job actually getting that thing to turn down here. So yeah, I think there was some damage on Speedbeast's vehicle. Brazen had a very good run. That was a hell of a close finish right there. So, it is on to semi-final times. Now, Longbow was lucky enough to get a bye into the next round because we have a slight uneven number of people. Oh, and for those curious, Brazen did get the victory. Brazen is through. I'll hopefully we'll put up the photo finish. It was unbelievably close. I think it's one of the closest finishes we've ever had in anything we've done, and it's doing very silly off-road racing. But Brazen is through to the next round. Yeah, Longbow did get a bye. Was just lucky with the off-road crazy Scintilla here that is very fast in a straight line, but might have some issues with the bumps. We're not really sure how any of these vehicles stack up until we run them. Amy's got that Chariot that was pretty good, that can do impressive stoppies. Is continuing with the 3-lap races here for all the cars to try and survive around this course. Big wheelie from the Scintilla as it launches. Amy's already doing stoppies as we head over the jump for the first time. The Chariot does kind of nosedive a bit through there. Oh, Longbow, big nose plant over the pipes. The Scintilla's not bad through the corners, and it will be monstrously fast down the straights. It's likely to be quite good under brakes. Amy's is not good under brakes, although you can kind of use that weight transfer to help get the car turned in. Big oversteer from the Chariot as they head up to the jumps for the first time. Chariot, big air time over there. Longbow has to be a little bit more careful, or is being a little bit more careful. And the Chariot able to extend that gap for the moment, although you could see struggling to put the power down through all of that. Under brakes, don't want to get the front flip. It gets stopped and will get turned. Here comes the Scintilla with all of its power. It twists and bucks and turns, but it gets through the hairpin. The Chariot is over the jump. Yeah, Longbow, I don't think quite can take the speed. I wonder if the nose is getting caught on the rocks. Can't quite carry the speed over the jumps necessarily. Oh, but it's flipped. Longbow's fallen over. Amy's going for the showboating stoppy around here, and it will be victory. The Chariots into the finals. It looks like a fearsome competitor. That is for sure. There was a big flip for the Scintilla. Oh, and it's bumped the wall there, and it's backwards and almost across the line. Yeah, Scintilla, it kind of kept up. It just couldn't carry the speed, I don't think, over this section, and then in trying to push to catch up, I think a little mistake. Safe to say, the Chariots quite happy. So pretty much as impressive or as spins as mine manages. But there we go. Yeah, that is into the final. It's going to be tough to beat. It's going to be tough to beat, that Chariot. We are on to the second of our semi-finals. I am in this one with the Brawler. I'm against Shadow. But these two are perhaps some of the most similar vehicles to go up against each other. I have a bit more power, but probably a lot less control. We both struggle with steering. It's going to be an interesting one. 3 laps with this out-of-control monster is not easy. I am genuinely a bit worried about my vehicle here. It's just the not making mistakes. If I get a good start and we manage to pull away, I can do what I did against Brazen, and it's basically just to take it easy kind of a thing. If we flip, if we make have an error somewhere and we have to suddenly push like crazy, we can be fast, but it's so easy to get in trouble. Around the hairpin we go. It's quite close, actually, between me and Shadow. I think we are faster down these straights, but oh, that's late on the brakes for me. That's very late on the brakes for me. We are going to struggle to turn. Shadow's fallen over. Shadow managed to fall over, turning left into a right-hander. That's honestly quite impressive at that point. We can dive through the mud there. I mean, it's over the logs for us, or over the pipes, I think they are more than logs, actually. Oh, don't do an endo ourselves. Shadow's got recovered quite well. That may have landed on its wheels, or managed to do the kind of break dance to victory. I'm leaving this way too late on the brakes. It really shouldn't be. Get the vehicle turned. Yeah, I need to be earlier on the brakes than that. That's for sure. Shadow may have had a fall over again because we have caught big airtime. Probably didn't need to do that, to be honest. I don't actually need to go too crazy over here. We'll just turn it back because there's no reason. I love watching the little suspension articulation over there. No reason to do anything silly. No reason to risk falling over. I mean, it's good fun to boot it down here, but Shadow's having a break dance. It's gone wrong. And that is the difficult part. When you fall behind, that is a victory for us. We have done. So when you fall behind, when you push hard to try and catch, you can make those little errors. And yeah, it's so easy. Whee! And recover. No. Steered the wrong way, and now I'm a turtle. All is fine. I meant to do that. We are through to the next round. Yeah. Shadows just couldn't take the quarter speed that we could, and then in trying to make up for it, ended up with a couple of big flips along the way. So the Brawler is into the final, even if it is a little bit of a turtle. We are on to the last of our semi-finals. We have got Impega with the trophy truck. We have got Brazen with that Roma. Could Brazen make it to the final, having gone through the Spanner final? We know that Roma's not going to have the outright straight line speed of the trophy truck. The question is, will Impega make a mistake? We know that thing is difficult to drive. The trophy truck is not bad through the corners, to be honest. It has got probably better turning than some of the vehicle like mine, for an example, as we head up towards the rocks for the first time. Impega actually clonked the nose on there a bit. Oh, Brazen's tried to take too much speed. Oh, it's gone desperately wrong for the Roma. That is the last thing Brazen would have wanted. Impega's peeled the side off of that on a pipe, which is honestly, that's quite impressive. Brazen, it just bounced. It got caught. Oh, and Brazen's got a wheel stuck on the barrier. It's all going wrong for the Roma here. Impega's doing a wheelie as they get around the hairpin. It's up and over. It's a big clonk on the nose. I mean, you never give up with this. I think it's going to be really difficult for Impega would have to break down, essentially, for Brazen to be able to do this, which it doesn't look likely. Brazen has dug it out of the mud pit, at least. It is over the pipes. We head around the hairpin. It's on to the final lap for the... Oh, God, there's such a wheelie from the trophy. It's spectacular as anything to watch. Pega is not taking it easy. There's a dive through the mud pit, still doing a wheelie. That's a hell of a run over there. Tell you what, if you can do that consistently, that's a great line. The front wheels are barely on the ground for Impega. Oh, that's overcooked it. Oh, it's flipped. Impega's got over. The showboating has got a bit. Oh no, you don't want to flip it that way. That's getting stuck on the railing. I mean, you've got to pull it off the railing. There we go. No, grab it. It is off the railing. But Brazen is still going. However, Brazen has still got to do another lap. Impega's is broken. It took a bit of a battering. However, Impega will round the final corner, and Impega is through. Unlucky for the Roma. It just got an unlucky bump. I don't know what it clipped. It clipped something over here. I think the back wheels hit the top pipe, and that just pinged it into a front flip, and then it got a wheel stuck on the plastic barrier, and then it got a bit stuck in the mud. Yeah, unfortunate. Oh, and Brazen missed the takeout as well. Oh, Brazen's escaped the circuit. How have you got over there, Brazen? How did you clear the concrete? Brazen's out. Impega's into the final. It's going to be a noisy, crazy final. That is for sure. So, this is the final. We have got me with the Brawler. We have got Amy with the Chariot, Impega with that trophy truck. I'm scared. I feel like me and the Chariot are pretty close in terms of speed. We gain our speed in different ways, but I think we're quite close in speed. The trophy truck, I think, is faster, but it is wild. And it's wilder than mine, and that's saying something. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's a 4-lap race. That is a lot of opportunities for things to be going wrong. I don't know what the hell we're going to see here. I'm hoping for another close finish like we saw in the Spanner final, to be honest. If we can manage that, that would be good. We will fire our vehicles off and underway. We're over the rocks for the first time. I can't see a trophy truck in front of me at the moment. Now I can. Oh, I got twisted coming out of the mud pit, so I am in a little bit of bother here. Not ideal for the Brawler. I didn't want to boot it because I was all twisted. Oh, and now I did boot it, and we're still all twisted through there. Right, try and chuck it through here. Okay, we kind of got to go for it, right? But the problem is, if we go for it and crash, it's game over. So I almost want to make sure that we don't make another mistake. Oh, like that. That could have been really bad. Right, come on, get turned. I'm not catching. We've had a bad first couple of laps, and it's not getting better. And it would be really easy to just overdrive this and get myself in so much trouble. Come on, turn. Right, up the rocks we climb. It's a bit twisted. The Cherry's actually doing remarkably well here. Yeah, we're just... Oh, yeah, just falling back. We're just losing time now, and we're falling over. I was trying to get the turning point right for that. And we have righted ourselves, at least, which is something. I think I broke something in the flip. Oh, yeah, my front left wheel is gone. Amy has had issues in the mud pit. Oh, that was way too late on the brakes as well. Yeah, it's kind of day done. When you have that bad or a start, there's no recovering from that. Amy is still stuck. We might be able to get a second place, you know. Oh, no, they're not stuck. The nameplate was just hidden behind. Oh, what the flip was that? Yeah, we're a turtle in all of this. We are and turtle. Slightly disappointed. Slightly disappointed with the final, to be honest. We had a really, really poor start, and I just couldn't recover from it. Not really being the mistakes from the others that were needed for us to make up time at that point. And then the second... Oh, my steering's really, really unhappy. It's really broken. Yeah, with that wheel gone, that was that. Oh, I don't think Amy's car... Amy has definitely had a crash somewhere along the line, but there we go. Well, that's the end for them. We will have one more lap to go. I was going to see if Impega's truck survived that massive jump, but it looks like it did. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Bad start for us. We just couldn't recover it. Some impressive breakdancing from us. Not quite as good as some of the donuts. My front wheels are now all sorts of splayed out. It's just trucks littered everywhere. And there we go. And we will help rectify a chariot. Hey, and we're back on our wheels. Yeah, damage didn't help, but that was later on. We'd already lost too much time early on. So there we go. It is going to be Impega that claims victory. It's absolutely wild, that thing, but Impega did a great job of keeping it under control to take a victory. The Chariot gets second. Yeah, poor round for us. Chariot kept up really well for a little bit, and then just could not quite beat that trophy truck. There we go. This has been great fun. This has been a lot of fun. It's a very silly sort of motorsport, a very different kind of thing to perhaps what we would normally be doing on Beam, on the multiplayer, but it is very good fun. It's challenging. It's, you know, short, exciting racing, and when things go wrong, they tend to go wrong spectacularly because the vehicles are absolutely bonkers. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.